Hey guys, I'm Sam. Normally here, I'm Jody. Jody is not here right now. She is on the mend. Jody sustained a concussion at work. She is a educator. She's a teacher, and already in your eyes and mine, you've got flags going off, going, "How does an educator teacher get a concussion?" And I'll just say this: it's a different day, and how students act and administrators act and schools act and is completely different than when I grew up and you grew up. But I will say that my lovely bride has a heart for her children. She wants to see the best in them. She sees the best in people. She definitely sees the best in me and you. And so she sustained an injury, and praise the Lord, she's on the mend. She is doing well, better, and she should have a full recovery here pretty soon. So she's not going to be in this video, but stay tuned. She'll definitely be in the next one. And I just, we say we want to bring you into our journey, into our lives, and so I just wanted to share that with you. We are so thankful for you guys. We're thankful for the Razor Focus family, and what you mean to us and is awesome. Your communication back and forth, you guys are amazing, and we love you. We praise God for you. And so I just want to say thank you for your ongoing support. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. What a great get well card. Let's hit that 1,000. Miss Jody would just be ecstatic. So we are only 5 away from that 1,000. So let us get to that 1,000 mark. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and we'll go from there. I'm just excited for that part of it. But today we're going to do something a little different. Not going to use the Razor today. You guys know that I ride a motorcycle primarily as my ride. Jody drives a truck, and my Yamaha MT-07 does not have cruise control. And we looked at other motorcycles, but this was the best motorcycle for what we're doing. And sometimes I've got to take a little longer journey for my work. I'm a pastor, and if I go to a conference or whatever, sometimes the wrist gets a little tired, and so I'm going to step and grab something here. So I got something called the Atlas Throttle Lock. It's not cruise control because it doesn't maintain a certain speed. It's a throttle lock. I've had them on my Harley Davidsons, not this particular one, the little thumb drive, and that is really nice when you're traveling a long distance. Gives your wrist a break. And so we're going to install that today. I've never installed one of these, so let's give it a shot. All right, so this is the Atlas Motorcycle Cruise. This is the cruise control. This is the top kit. We'll show you why we got the top kit here in a moment, but let's go ahead and see if we can open this up here. And so we actually have the throttle lock itself. Now, I will tell you, going back and forth, these are kind of pricey for what they are, but I'm just holding it right now. I mean, that's a quality built piece of machinery there. And so the way this works is this wraps around your throttle assembly, and it locks in, and you have a lock mode, cruise, and you can see I just noticed something. I'm going to see if I can show you this. So as you look at this section where my thumb is wiggling there, as you push the cruise out, see how this little piece of metal comes out. It just comes out this way, and then to release it, you just hit the X button. So it looks pretty straightforward. Let's look at the instructions here. I've never done one of these, so probably need the instructions. And what do we have in here? We have a sticker. Yay, got a sticker. Got to have the stickers. So we'll set that right there. We have a cut line. And this is called the Atlas key. It's a guide, it looks like. We have an Allen wrench. Or I'm sorry, that's a Torx. My eyes are not very good today. You can see that's a little Torx. And we've got 2 screws, and they are identical. And we have the stopper brake. So the way these are is they're different thicknesses, as you can see here. There's the thinnest one and the thickest one. And then there's kind of a in-between one and another in-between one. So they're in steps from thinnest, I'll say number 2. Actually, there are numbers. Number 3 and number 4. I don't know if you can see that number there. So they're in different thicknesses, as you can see there. And these little bumpers I'll show you where they go, and we'll see which one we use. These little stoppers, they go on this thing right here. I'm not going to complete it right now, but they kind of just slide in like so, and that gives you a stopping point against your throttle body assembly. So it's just kind of a friction stop is all it is. So let's move on over to the bike and we'll take a look. Okay, let's get this thing installed here. And I think the hardest piece is, see this little piece of plastic in here on the throttle tube, that little bushing. You know what? I think that needs to go like that. Because that bushing will prevent it from grabbing, I bet you. And I've kind of gone back and forth with 2 and 3. So I'm going to go back to 3. I'm just kind of playing with it. This is so let's go right in between that bushing again. So I'm trying to figure out what that is hitting or not hitting, but it's on the tube there, I can feel it. So now I'm going to put 1 tooth bite, and I'm going to position this little piece in here, and it's just a little difficult to see with my eyes. But I want to make sure that I am on the right side of that sleeve. And so this says to put a good thread, just like 1 or 2. I want to make sure I'm on the right side, which I am. Good. So now I'm just going to tighten this up as far as I can. And it's kind of hard to give it a good squeeze. I probably have a little more room. I just, as you can see there, I don't have enough ugga-duggas. So I've got it as tight as I can go, and that's what it says to do. I am on, to the location where I want it to be at. So I'm on the location where I think I want it to be at. Just sitting there idle, looking at my positioning here. Now I'm going to just kind of think about where my thumb's going to be and how the throttle position is when I'm driving, and making sure this is up and out of the way when I'm at idle. So that looks good there. Let's see if I can tighten that up now. And just kind of getting a view here. See if I can get my hands out of the way so you can see here. And I'm just going to tighten this up. And this little piece should slide right into that slot. Not a hard job. It's more of just little things that are tedious, like that little sleeve there that I couldn't get around. And my hands don't want to work today. Maybe you never have that problem. But I'm going to use both hands. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. I'm just taking my time to get this where I want her to be in, where it gets a good tight grip. This little thing has to go in this slot. I tried a little difficulty earlier. Let's see so far. Okay. and that just pushes out. Kind of holds it there. Huh, interesting. Not a really big bite because of the way the Yamaha is designed, but I think it's going to work. Tighten the bolt snug, do not over tighten as you might strip it. So obviously that probably should hold though. It's holding right there. So that's how that functions. Hey, I like it. I don't want to strip it, that's for sure, and that's why I don't want to put a bunch of ugga-duggas on it. And that stopped it out, so it's not going to go any tighter. I want to see how, yeah, see, it's good and tight on there now. So good. So from an aspect of a throttle lock, you're cruising along, wrist gets tired, hit the throttle lock, let it go. I'm sure it'll have some vibration like the thumb screw did on my Harley Davidson, but there you go. And being that it's the upper on the top kit, see, I can turn all the way without hitting there. And when you turn, see, it gives me that clearance there. Had that been the bottom kit, which is recommended on Atlas, that would have been hitting the tank. There's no way I would have gotten that close. So the top kit was the right choice. We'll see how that functions. But right now, as you can see, put it where you want it. Lock it in place. That bumper there is stopping it. Let's see if I can zoom in there. That bumper stopping it. So far so good. All right, guys, that's the install of an Atlas throttle lock on a 2022 MT-07 Yamaha. Pretty straightforward, really about a 10-minute job. As you can see, I was just being a little nitpicky on some things, but pretty easy to do. And I would encourage you, if you don't have a throttle lock on your bike, give this one a try. We did go with the top kit because the bottom kit wouldn't work where it was at. So Atlas changed that on your settings because it will not work with the turn stops, basically, how far you can turn. So make sure you get the top kit if you have an MT-07, not the bottom kit. And again, thoughts and prayers for Miss Jody for her complete healing. We look forward to her being right here next to me. I need her. I love her. She's my bride for 30 plus years, and we're just so excited to be on life's adventure together. And so just continue to think about her, pray about her, send good comments, good vibes on the bottom. You know, a great get well card would be 1,000 subscribers. We're so close. We're like 5 away. So let's cross that 1,000 mark. Let's get there. I know she'd be thoroughly blessed by that. It's just a marker, but it'd be exciting. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week. And I pray that you have a blessed every day and stay razor focused.